Señores y señoras, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Groove LemonAid number 25. This is an interesting Q&A that we are starting right now because it is going to be for some time one of the last ones that I will do because we are expecting a little lemon and I will need to be there for my family. So I will do a great one. We have a lot of interesting questions. I will also do some sneak peeks into some things that are coming, and you will see it very shortly as well. We also had a couple of deployments today, so I'll talk about that and also answer your questions as it normally goes. So just so that everybody understands what we are doing a Q&A session. So in case you have any questions, feel free to jump into the comment section of this live stream. Pop the questions that you have in your mind just into the comment section of this live stream, and then make sure you include a little Q. So if you read this banner on the bottom of the video, welcome to our Q&A session, ask your questions in the comments, and please include a Q in front so that we can answer it for you. At this moment, we are having a couple of questions on our Facebook post that we usually have a look at. And we're going to answer those, and then we'll come back to your questions from the live stream over here. I'm just looking for that Facebook post quickly. I'll share my screen, and then we'll get over to answer them. There we go. So before I start, I just want to let you know that we had a couple of deployments recently for GrooveMember, for GroovePages, and for GrooveKart. I'm going to be doing and also releasing the update videos into our group and also on YouTube as well. So in case you haven't seen some of those changes, I will guide you through to show you everything that came out. Very exciting news, but yeah, some of those were mostly bug fixes. For GroovePages, we had pushed out a lot of bug fixes. Some of them that we wanted to actually deploy were not deployed because they didn't pass the QA, and we will be doing another deployment very soon next week because those functionalities we already made sure that they are nice and they work, but the QA put it back because there were some things that were not working together with the other functionalities, so that we had to change those. Yeah, that's basically it. We will be showing you a couple of sneak peeks at the later point in this video, but let's just go on and answer some of the questions from you guys first. So let's head over to our Facebook group and see at the comments that you had. And here, Rob had a question about Stripe and an issue that I cannot help, only support can assist with. Just jump over to the other side. So let's just have a look at JC Khan's question. Is there a way to make GrooveBlog organize the posts by date? I've added some posts with back dates, but it's showing them ahead of the recent posts. Yeah, at this moment, our GrooveBlog recognizes the date modified. So that's the date that it sorts out the blog post by. So when you modify the blog post, there we go here. When you add on the blog post and you modify the blog post, this is the actual date that it sorts it out. I can talk to the devs so that they include this, but I would appreciate in case you do a feature request for that one, because that would be something that comes over here, which is not the older first, the newer first, and sort by date modified or date published. So the actual date published will be then the checking when or what date you actually publish the post with, so that it understands, because at this moment, whenever you publish, that's the today's date, and this is what it tracks at this moment currently. So JC, if you're watching this, I would appreciate in case you head over to the feedback portal and create a feature request for that one. Also, while on mobile, I see undefined none on the post as well. Is there something I didn't do right? So at this moment, on Apple devices, this happens only on Apple devices, and we were looking into it, but we are not quite sure what causes this one. It will need to be looked into a bit more in depth. But at this moment, the dates when you post something or when you publish a post, the date switches over to none on mobile devices on Apple devices. If I open a blog right now on my mobile, that will not be showing because I have an Android, but only on iPhones that shows. So we'll need to get that fixed as well. At this moment, there's not much that you could do from your side. It's just that we'll need to optimize the Apple devices somehow. So yeah, that we'll need to look into that. Orlando asking a question about GrooveKart. I have a GrooveKart store. How do I create a subscription for my customers to buy? You don't create subscription. We don't have subscription options for GrooveKart yet. So at this moment, in case you would like to have like subscription boxes or your, let's just say your, because this is relevant to my case, you are planning to purchase baby nappies or something like that, and then you want to offer subscription options as well. That's not possible at this moment. We don't have subscriptions, and then but we are working on that one. We finalized it 70% or so, so that is going to come soon as well. Can I use GrooveSell to do the subscription and link it in GrooveKart? So GrooveSell is going to be tracking and reporting in GrooveSell. In case you do a subscription, you can like link it together. The payment will be different, the reporting will be different. So you could do it, but it's like it will not go together within the same dashboard, within the same system. So you may want to think about if you actually want to jump over to different platforms and then like collect all the reportings for yourself together. So this is an option, definitely. It just depends if you would like to connect that together like that. Kimberly, for the life of me, how to you get the bars to size things to show up consistently, and how do you use the layout functions to get the grid to show up? I struggle the most with layout, centering and moving things. Thanks so much. I don't really understand this question. How do you get the bars to size thing to show up consistently? Size thing to show up. I don't really understand your question, Kimberly. I'm pretty confident that you're having troubles with when sizing things. Don't use the drag handles at this moment. I'm pretty confident that this is what you mean. If you're using the drag handles, that could give you headache. Let's just stick first onto the numbers so that you actually understand what the numbers do. Let me just show you what I mean by this. So if I put out a content block with some images on there as well, let's just use this one, for example. So at this moment, I want to size this image to be smaller. There is an option that you move this with the drag handles like that, but I wouldn't suggest that. I would suggest you first to understand the sizing options behind my big head on here. So you have the pixel sizing options, and you learn how to modify it using these options on here, relative to the parent, relative to, or pixel, and things like that. So try to see with this layout. Let's just make the image quite small. Now, when the image is there, if you click in the container, in the layout options, you can put things in the different corners of the container, or like on the top or bottom, or you decide where you want to place the content in. But that's only done on the containers. So at this moment, if I remove this banner, you can see that I'm in the container. So the container is selected, and also here in the breadcrumbs menu, you show that the container. So it's basically you have a box, and in the box you decide, do you want everything that is in the box to show on the left, upper left, on lower right, on the upper right, and so on. Basically, this is what you do on here. So the vertical, horizontal are options on how to manage it, and then you can decide where you want it to show. So this option and this option are set to show things in the middle, and most of the times you will be showing things in the middle, but yeah, that's something that you do. If you want the size, as I mentioned, you can, but I don't suggest you use the drag handles. You can just size things this way, but I'm 100% confident that you're going to understand it much better in case you use the pixels and then just size it this way first. At this moment, as you can see, when I'm sizing some things, it's cutting it off because I didn't set the height to be auto. If you set the height to be auto, now when you're sizing it, it will automatically adjust. So this is something as well that you may have struggled with before. Or actually, I want to show this. I will show on my here. GrooveMember from Jeff Bliss. Is there a visual way for our students to know which specific lesson or module they have completed and ones they haven't? Not at this moment. We will be doing like little check marks next to the content names. Is this something that will be available soon? And if not, do you know of a good workaround? There's no workaround really. We need to show if somebody clicks on mark as completed, then there will be a check mark next to the name of the category or the post that you set up. At this moment, there's no workaround, but this is planned, so it's coming soon. Pop-ups. Wondering if the GroovePages current pop-up feature could be used to create a mega menu of sorts. You could do certain things like that, like in case you do a lot of external links and then you create pop-ups to show more like navigation options. Definitely you can create something like that. It's not a standard thing to do, because when people click on something, they expect to go somewhere, or they actually know kind of, or from visiting websites and things like that, what the flow is. In case you click something in a navigation, you are going to that navigation. In case you have a mega menu, then you probably can just hover over that option and then it will open up. So I wouldn't necessarily do that. If that would be me. It's an option for you. I wouldn't, because it's not something that people are used to. And sometimes people just feel strange on some things like that just are not regulars. I would not probably do that myself. You can definitely play around with it if you prefer, but that's just on you. Updates. Really love when you show the coming features and sneak peeks. Any of those to share today? Thank you so much. Yes, please, from Yannick. Yeah, definitely we could show some of those. I want to show, we are going to be adding in some login pages to GrooveMember very soon, instead of this one that we have right now. Like everybody is aware how the login pages looks like this is the reset password, but it's basically the same thing that we have for login pages. We're going to have something like this. We're going to have an option where you can where you're customizing the membership. In the membership setup wizard, step 1 is the basic info, and the setting 2 is the design. We'll have instructor customize, and we'll have login page options where you can come and choose different layouts. The first layout will be half screen, like what we have when you're logging into Groove. So on the left hand side, you're going to see the login details, like the email and the password and the login button, also the forget password options. And on the right hand side, you're going to be able to put in your own image or your own layout or something like that, just to show like a more customized way of logging in. Also, you're going to be able to set a logo for yourself and also change the colors on here. So you're going to see the preview and the customize button, so that you can go and further like customize these options. The second login screen is going to be basically the similar to the current one that we have. You're going to be modifying it with the logo, your own colors and everything, but you're going to be setting up your own background image and the overlay color. And the third one is going to be just a pure blank one, like a white one with a normal kind of layout with the shadows, kind of a groovy look, but you're still going to be able to set up your own colors and your logo and things like that. That's for GrooveMember. That's something that we are working on, and that's coming very soon. Also, some of the things that we are working now on the test environment is sending out welcome emails for your portals. That's going to be coming soon as well. So at this moment, when you send a welcome email, it's going to be directed to the login page of your membership. At this moment, there's currently no way of sending a welcome email to point people to your portal. That's something that we're working on right now with the GrooveMember team, and it's going to be available, I believe, next week or the week after that. And also some custom welcome emails are going to be available as well after this functionality has been added on. So a lot of interesting stuff for GrooveMember. I did talk about in the last video about the new GrooveMail, and I pointed out some things that are coming for GrooveMember, but a lot of people haven't seen those updates. I'm just going to point it out very quickly. Let's just see where those were. Oh, give me just 1 second. I'm going to show you how the new GrooveMember is being planned out and what kind of things we want to incorporate. As I was talking about it recently, we don't want to have a wizard anymore. At this moment, we're adding on functionalities, as I mentioned previously. That's our way of building out the platform. First, the core infrastructure, then the most important functionalities, and then we make things pretty and styled so that you can actually first use it and then you can style it later on. So this is kind of the thing we want to achieve, where everything is going to be within a builder. So when you go and create a new membership, it is going to show as a builder like this. So everything will be within the builder. You want to create a new membership, you can start building immediately, and then you're going to be able to choose some different templates, and everything will be here. So over here on the left hand side, you can see elements, categories, customize, and settings. So basically the builder will be the place where you create your membership. This is just a template that we're going to be implementing very soon, but this is how your saving of the membership will look like. Once you click on the save button, this is the pop-up that will show up where you can put in your subdomain, or you'll also be prompted to publish on a custom domains now that we have that functionality. Elements, this is the elements tab. Categories, this is basically what we have right now, and customization options for your different color palettes. By the way, we're working on that one as well. You'll be able to set up your own color palettes, but we'll also offer you some custom ones that we, like our designers, decided. Logo image, featured image, or show progress bar or not, everything will be within the builder. Basically, that's the thing. We'll have some themes added on later on for you guys. Also settings for comments, access levels, basic info and domains, all is going to be done through the builder. So subdomains notifications is also going to be here. Comment moderations and access level setups. And yeah, sending out welcome emails, this is also going to be managed here. So that's kind of it. Not a lot, but we will make it prettier, we'll make it more streamlined, we'll make it more like familiar, because this is more familiar to you guys if you worked on GroovePages before. A lot of you know how it works, so we want to make all our platform very, very familiar, and this is going to help a lot with that. Yeah, that's kind of it. We'll see. Maybe I do a little bit more sneak peeks in like later on this video, but that's kind of it for now. So let's go and answer some of the questions on here. Elizabeth, I need to set up a simple functional e-commerce site for selling comforters and pillows, thinking Wix or Shopify. What should I do first? Set up a funnel? I haven't really used any of the Groove tools after being in hospital. I need to get started. I'm not sure I see the advantage of GrooveKart. I got it for print on demand. All of these POD sites are free to use and even have a ways of selling. So if you're trying to do a shop for selling comforters and pillows, then GrooveKart is your guy. GrooveKart is the basically the store platform that is going to allow you to set up a different variants and the different products and the different price points, and you're going to be able to design your store nicely, and it's just going to allow you to manage your products much easier than if you're going to go with a funnel type of system. You still can do upsells, downsells, bumps, and things like that through GrooveKart, but it's more of a e-commerce store type of thing that the people are used to. So you may want to go with that one. That's what I would do if I would be on your case. Print-on-demand sites are available. Yes, you can connect it. We have Printful, we have Slingly, and some other ones that you could use. You can also sell through drop shipping. You can sell products that are already created in the world, which are already printed. You don't have to actually create the designs; they are already designed and created, so you can start selling them very easily. So that's available. That's all built into GrooveKart. Some of the options are free for you. So in case you choose our AliConnect platform, then you can use drop shipping products in your store for free and just like sell without any issues. Sherian, yes, struggling with cloning some pages in GroovePage. Not all the blocks are being cloned. I have tried some blocks and dragged to the cloned page, but nothing happens. Any idea? Not quite sure about that. So if I know that there are issues with cloning, and when you clone something, the styling doesn't copy over very well. At this moment, this example got successful. As you can see, everything is cloned out nicely, but not quite sure what the exact thing that you're trying to achieve is. Not all blocks are being cloned. I tried to save some blocks and drag. So even if I save the block, if I want to have it in content, but I want to do custom, it's not global. Yeah, because I'm an admin, I have an admin account, and this allows me to modify the actual blocks. So this was already a pre-designed block, so this was giving me some issues on here. But when you're saving, let's just do a new category. This is not a global, a new category, which will say testing. It's not found. Okay, so there is an issue. Let's create a new block. Seems that there is an issue when we're updating an existing block. So let's just see the testing over here, and if we just delete all of these. Okay, and if we pull in the testing block that we just saved, it actually gets cloned very nicely. So not quite sure at this moment. We did a deployment today for GroovePages. You're going to see some of the changes immediately, like for example toggle space cascading. I'm going to explain that everything in an announcement video in a couple of hours after this Q&A is gone. But at this moment, I don't see any issues on my end with cloning. Please give it a go again on your end and see if it works now with the new deployment. If not, then we'll just need to get it reported to support so they can look into what actually is the issue on your end. Is there a video training of how all the reporting works, going through each of them, and if not, can someone make one? We're having issues seeing how affiliates are linked to other affiliates. That's sub-affiliates. How much they are made, or not sub-affiliates. This is in case you're... No, actually, this is sub-affiliates. You're an affiliate of... It has other affiliates. How much they have made, how to pay them, how much to pay them, really everything to do with reporting. So this is something that I personally cannot do a training on because I don't have that information in there in the account. I will get Joja Blonsky, the affiliate manager, to do a training on this one, because at this moment I don't have the information within my account. I don't have my own affiliates, and I don't have the necessary information so I can show you. We didn't do a training on this one because this is personal information is being shown, and all of that needs to be edited out, and also like the prices and the payments and the things like that is just something that cannot be created as a live demonstration. So we'll need to create that, blur out most of the stuff, and just try to get it going. But I'm not quite sure what is so hard to understand. Basically, when you go to Groove Affiliate, so sorry, not GrooveSell, for your own products. So basically, you have your own products in the reportings. You're going to see who purchased what. You're going to see who is. So over here in the reporting, you just find the basically the people that purchase some of your products. You can click on the name, and over here you can see some of these options. Basically, you go through and have a look at all of these. So there is a reporting affiliates. These are the two places where you can see reporting. On both places, you will have different options and different kind of information shown. So if you click on affiliates, again, you'll see some of these people that are going to show up. If you click on this one, you'll see some of this information. Basically, there's two places where you can go and see the reportings, and then this is the information, or these are the buttons that you click if you want to process payment, add a clawback, basically to you paid somebody out and you want to actually withdraw that payment from that. That's a clawback, add commission advance, add tax ledger adjustments and things like that. So not quite sure what training you would like to have on, but these are the two places you go to, and this is where you manage all of that. There is second tier affiliates in case you want to manage second tier affiliates. That's done over here. And if you have any second tier affiliates for your own products, where you click over here and you see your own product, then you'll be able to manage that on here. I don't think I have any, so these are not showing up here, but if you would have any second tier affiliates, they will show here. So that's kind of it. So affiliates have its own kind of menu system, and the reporting has its own kind of menu system, and that's basically it. Not much more to explore. I can imagine I'm the only one really confused about how different reporting links work and where to go to see things. Again, Rob, it's just, in my opinion, it's very simple to understand once you go through and just explore a little bit. Okay, if I click on affiliates, this is the information I see. I can manage the affiliate and payouts. This is the first screen. If I go manage second tier affiliates, then this is this screen. Affiliate performance, if you have affiliates and you want to see how they are performing, for example, on here, this is where you basically see that information. So not quite sure what is confusing. I didn't have any payments, so at this moment there are no payment history for this one. And then if you have leaderboards, or if you want to create a leaderboard, then that's where you go. So that's pretty easy to understand in my point of view. That's about the questions on Facebook, but let's just have a look on the questions in the live stream. So Tyrone has a question: GrooveKart embedded buy button on GroovePages funnel. Is it possible to not pop flyout cart and go to straight to checkout from my funnel? That's a checkout embed code instead, does not support international states. I don't think that the embed button has the other options like the pop out cart. Like we have direct to checkout, we have a pop-out cart and a fly-out cart. I believe when you embed a button on a page, it doesn't really manage the selection. It always shows a fly-out cart. This could be requested as a feature to be able to like modify wherever you're setting up the actual checkout options or a checkout way, so that the embed button also follows that rules. But at this moment, I don't think that this is something that we have enabled. That's a checkout embed code instead does not support international states. We have a couple of states in the system, but there are not all of the states are not in there. So this would be something I would suggest you to reach out to support. They would be able to either assist you on like having a look into your account and seeing if there is something that needs to be changed, or if needed added, then they can assist you with that one as well. So for the states, feel free to reach out to our support team. They would be able to assist. Anyways, to make the button larger or customize formatting more, can I pull the link out of this code and set it as an action for standard button on the Groove funnels page? That's a great question. Actually, let me jump into GrooveKart and see what kind of code we get, and if we can figure it out how to actually embed it so that it works with normal buttons as well. But not quite sure. We'll have a look. So if I go into a product, let me just go and manage this product. Okay, and the number 6 finished. This is where we actually do the embed. And then over here we have the functionality. As we can see, this opens up a basically a script where it loads in all sorts of stuff. So not sure if we can, but let's just see if I would know code, that would be great, but I don't really know code. So at this moment, I think the something like this, if we copy this over and link it to a button, could be working, but I believe this is not something that we can do with a normal linking in Groove pages. Even if we drop a button on here, there wouldn't be a way to actually connect this, because the button doesn't have the functionality to read code, just URLs and pop-ups, blocked pages, and so on. So currently not, but again, sorry for not being super helpful. I would just suggest you to go and request more features into the into this functionality of editing the button, but I don't really know what kind of options you want, just to make it sized differently. Like there are a couple of sizes, I believe. Show price, show product image, border radius, show prices. I'm confident that I've seen somewhere where it actually allowed us to change the size. Not quite sure where. Yeah, I don't really understand the code on here with this script. Some basic CSS and HTML I can play with, but at this moment I wouldn't be of a lot of assistance. I'm pretty confident that that the people that know code and JavaScript, that they can play with it, but that's not me. So if you want, you can feel free to ask a question in our Facebook community, so that they can assist you maybe in understanding on how to make the buy button bigger or larger. They can also assist you in applying custom CSS so that you you make things bigger, smaller, and basically the way you want. But yeah, that's kind of it for now. Let's just see. Is custom domain option working for membership and portal? Yes. Okie dokie. Hi, David. Question from where do I get the embed code for the promo links that I would like to paste on the homepage of my Groove membership app? You go to your GrooveSell account. Let me show you. So in case you come over to your GrooveSell and you click to tools and affiliate portals and tools. Okay, here you're going to see the funnel promo tools. You find the actual funnel that you would like to get the embed code, or basically the promo tools for. Let's just say I want my healthy eating trends funnel. I wanted to get that these promotion tools, and then you click on this little code button over here, and you copy this over, bring it into GrooveMember, drop in an embed code element, and you just paste in this code that you just copied over. So it's again in GrooveSell, tools, affiliate portals, and tools, and then you choose your own product funnel, and then you copy over the source code, basically the code, the embed code, and embed it to your membership. Is there an updated tutorial for GrooveMember? The tutorial uploaded to YouTube, you were not able to show the finished website. Yeah, that was just a small bug at this moment. I haven't created uh, an updated tutorial, but it's basically the same thing. At the end of that tutorial, the small bug was not showing up. It was showing up the membership as white. But if you follow that, that's basically the same thing that you do. But today it just shows up normally. So that's kind of it. Question: forms. How do I take in applications? I've tried just making a normal form and also doing a form through GrooveMail. What would you recommend? Before, I just use Google Forms and it would come to my email, but I want to add these folks to a list too. Thanks. I see. Okay. So at this moment, what you would need to do is you want to do an application form. At this moment, in GroovePages and GrooveMail, we don't have the option of setting up a form where the form information is sent out to you, or you send an email to the customer like, thank you very much for filling out the form. At this moment, we don't have that yet in the system. With a release of GrooveMail, we'll be adding that on. Not with the release, not immediately with the release, but as GrooveMail is released, we'll be adding that on as an automation. So you'll be able to set up, if somebody filled out this form, send an email to this email address, which you can set up as your email address or a customer's email address, and then you can have different messages sent to people that fill out different information. That's coming. At this moment, it's not yet possible. So at this moment, I would suggest you use Zapier to create your application form or create your your contact form. And Zapier, you can automate to send out emails to wherever you want. You can also collect the emails on a Google Sheet, and we will be enabling the importing feature of emails, so you'll be able to import those emails very quickly to GrooveMail once that functionality has been added. So that's basically it. There is no way to do that right now with the inbuilt functionality of Groove, but you'll need to use some external tools in order to accommodate that. We will have that, but it's not yet available. Custom domain option working on, yeah, this was asked a couple of times. It is, yes, it's working. Okay, so there is quite a lot of people right now. I'm just going to mention it before I move on to the next question. This is going to be the last Q&A that I'm doing within the next week, 2 or 3. Not quite sure how long. On over the weekend, this weekend, or on the latest on Monday, the little Lemon is coming. So basically, my wife is expecting, and we are going to have another baby. So I just want to be there for her and want to be available for whatever. And also, I have another kiddo that I need to be taking care of. So I'm pretty confident that you're going to see Simon or Donna or somebody else from our team doing these Q&As. Most probably, they will not have as in-depth knowledge about the functionalities of the software, but they will be able to point you in the right direction of where you can find that information. So that's going to be useful for you. So don't hesitate. Make sure that you show up in case you do have any questions. They'll be able to point you to the right direction. At this moment, I don't know where, when, or at what time or what date the Q&As will be, but we'll be updating you we'll be announcing that in the Facebook community there. Okay, so that's kind of it. A short announcement from me. So let's see. Please also guide regarding us using domain in GrooveMember. Yep, I recorded a video already. I'm going to do an announcement about that in the Facebook community. Is there a video describing all items on the right side menu for editing items in GroovePages, and same for describing all elements and blocks and their use in the left-hand side of GroovePages? Not at this moment. We are moving things out and we are completely revamping the right side menu. So at this moment, there, even if there was, it's just going to be very irrelevant very soon. Like at this moment, we have a lot of different blocks, a lot of different elements which are going to be just removed. Like for example, instead of 4 different video elements like Wistia, Vimeo, YouTube, and so on, we are going to be doing one video element, and then once you drag that out, you'll be able to select what kind of video you want. So a lot of things are going to be changing. Also, we're going to remove all the integrations at the bottom of the elements tab. We don't really need those. We're going to have a universal form which you can then connect to GrooveMail or to different integrations through that system. So a lot of things are changing. So at this moment, we didn't want to do any of these videos right now. I'm setting up a product funnel, and I have set up the upsell and downsell to be one-click checkout. Why am I still getting the complete fields in order to in the order page instead of just automatically adding it to the order? By the way, I used code embed. That's the problem with a code embed. At this moment, we don't have the functionality of forwarding the token. Basically, when somebody purchases your product on a checkout form, which is a full page checkout or full page experience, or full checkout experience as they'll call it, there you can actually pull in the contact information and send it on automatically to the upsell, downsell, and so on. If you actually embed that checkout onto the page, that token needs to be handled differently, and that is being worked on right now. With a new checkout builder, we are able to allow that, and that is going to come within the next couple of weeks. At this moment, it's just still being developed. So don't use the code embed in case you would like to have a full one-click upsell kind of a funnel, but use the actual page that GrooveSell gives you, and through that system, you'll be able to do one-click checkout. Okay, and they are called straight-through checkouts or straight-through payments because they will not be asking for one-click confirmation as with the other one. So there's 2 things: use the straight-through payments and don't use the embedded checkout links on a page. At this moment, that's not working with a token system that we have now for the payments. Yeah, that's basically it for that. Using Cloudflare versus Groove for custom domains. I'm using Cloudflare adding a secure SSL, and Groove is not. That's not correct. Groove is also adding an SSL. Also, how many subdomains can we use for GrooveSell? As many as you want, really. There is no limit. In case you have connected your domain to Groove, you can just create as many subdomains on that domain inside Groove or Cloudflare. But both of the system SSL and both of the system Cloudflare and Groove are giving you SSL, so you don't have to worry about that. Is there a video describing all the elements on the right and the left hand side menu? Okay, I believe you asked that already. There isn't at this moment. A client wants me to build a site on Groove using a template purchased from third party. Is this possible in today's Groove environment? Or should I rebuild it myself as a clone as I can to what they have? If somebody purchased a template from a third party that is a Groove template, they need to have an import link, a site import link. If they imported the page that way, then they can use it in Groove. If they so this is for when somebody purchased a Groove template. Okay, if it is a Groove template, you'll be able to import it through an import link. If it is not a Groove template, if it is for a different system, then you'll need to rebuild it. You'll not be able to import it anyway at this moment. Javier, hello David. I've been trying to edit the hover on links at the navigation bar, but changes only damage the link and turn it blue. How can I edit navbar on hover and active without damaging it? Not quite sure. Let me just have a look. I haven't really played with this system, but let's just see that on this one, I want to put the hover effect where the text turn. Okay, I'm not showing my screen. So I just clicked on the home over here, and I want to make sure that on a hover effect, the page this one turns this way. Okay, and if not the hover effect, then I want it white. Okay, so that works. Let's just see if I preview the page. Yeah, so it kind of works. So what you need to do is make sure that you also turn on the not hover color, and you need to make sure that it is set. And if you set a hover color, then you need to make sure that that's set as well. If you do that, then it will not be showing you any kind of blue. Let me show you on here one more time. So page 3, let me zoom in a bit. Page 3, I want to set a hover color, so I'm going to come over here to the hover text, and let's just set up the text color to be kind of ugly red. Okay, so if I hover, the ugly red shows up, but now the link is blue. So let's just go back to the normal state. So let's unclick the hover, and let's just go back to the text and just choose white color. Now, as you can see, we have this yellow, we have this red, and even if we preview it, and I'm pretty confident it would be the same with publishing it, it actually shows up the hover effect. So hopefully this helps you manage your navigation hovers. I love the new update to GroovePages, specifically pinned to the top bottom of the page feature that wasn't added. It's been a pain before getting something to stay at the bottom, and now it scrolls with it. Yeah, Isaiah, this was actually added quite long time ago for the deployment that we had recently. I have a list, and I'm going to be doing an announcement about that. But let me just show you some things that we added. For example, if we head over to the to the text element, for example, now you can click on a text element, click the pencil icon, and see that this is a p tag. If you click on something else, you can see this exactly what kind of element it is. Is it the heading 4? Is it the heading 1? Is it the paragraph or something like that? So this is going to allow you to manage your tags and basically the heading elements, so that you have nice and SEO optimized pages. So for example, this text, I don't want to be a p tag, I want it to be a heading 1. Okay, this is the biggest text on my site, and I want to make this as the title of my page. So I'm going to select this one, and here there's a new thing, the drop down menu, which is going to allow me to set up a nice little heading 1, and it's going to be now heading 1. Similarly for this one, if you select this heading 4 and you change it back to heading 5, this is now going to be a heading 5. As you can see over here, it updates with the when you change something. So that's one of the things that we added on. We also added on the functionality to write text more easily. So if you go and click the enter, previously it was creating two different elements from one. First it was one, and then when you click enter, it creates two different elements, and now it's not doing that anymore. So if I click out, this is still let me just click out like this. This is still one element. This is one text element where you can put in like different spaces between. You also added on, this is when I click enter. If you click shift enter, it immediately goes lower. So let me just show you here. So I am going to click enter. Okay, then it goes below, and it creates a space. But if I click shift plus enter, it's going to create a space, but it's going to be much more subtle. It's going to be this way, and when I click enter, then it's going to be, it's actually a bad example because we need a paragraph text on here. Stay with me, folks. I'm going to show you. Oh, come on. Here we go. So this is what happens when I click enter. Okay, this is what happens when I click shift enter. It just puts it in a new row, but this is now the continuous it's a break. It's creating a break. When you click enter, it creates a new paragraph tag in the text. So it's basically HTML. It's how the code is working in the backend. But if I click control enter, it creates a completely different element on here. So this is a new element. This is when you click control enter. So we now have different modes, like different ways of managing the text. So with enter, shift enter, and then control enter. So that's going to be explained a little bit easier in the announcement video, but that's another change that we added. Something else we added on the Google API. So when you change a font, for example, Barlow, then the actual Google API pulls in all the different versions of the font, and the different weights that the font comes with, so that you can manage that much more easily. And it will not be loading in all the fonts to the builder, but it will be loading in only the font options when you select the font. So it's going to be faster and much easier to work with. Yeah, a couple of other additions, but mostly these are improvements and bug fixes that came out with this deployment. Within the next couple of days, we'll have elements for unified video. So YouTube, Vimeo, and Vistia will be in a universal video element. We're also going to be adding a Groove Mail form element on here, so that you can manage your Groove Mail forms with a nice little drop down from the configure element. These have not passed the QA at this moment, so that's why you cannot see it right now, but coming in a couple of days. What's the difference between a portal and a membership site for the customer? So the portal is access to a lot of memberships. So let's just say you have a course and you want to sell access to this course. You have the option to just send people to the login page directed to that course, so that they can log into that course membership and then learn from it. Or in case you have multiple courses, you can send people to a page which has nicely laid out all of your courses, the ones that they purchased and the ones they haven't purchased yet, so that they can actually access the one that they have, and they can also buy the ones they don't have yet. So the membership is only one, but the portal can show multiple different memberships and then give access to a specific customer to the memberships they purchased into and the ones that they didn't purchase into yet. Speaking of upcoming, will Groove Mail release still start tomorrow, and in which time frame is the release done, except for premium members like me? Also, Groove Course was expected today. What happened? What Groove Course? I'm not sure what kind of Groove Course, but yeah, we are rolling it out, thousands of members at a time. It's going to be handled by the database. So it's an automation we set up in the database. It's going to be one day 1,000 people, second day 1,000 people, third day 2,000 people, and so on. So it's automatically adding on more people. I cannot tell you exactly, you Kai, you will get access on that and that date. Could be tomorrow, could not be tomorrow. It just depends. I don't know. We just don't want to override, basically, like overrun and allow people to just start sending out emails immediately with our new IPs, new servers that we put in place. We want to gradually increase the number of users. Hi David, always nice to see you. When we embed code in a container, how can we adjust it at the center of the landing page? You just choose the container, go to layout, and then click the center. That's how you do it. Not much more that you could do. When you have an embed code, you also need to make sure that if the embed code element is this wide, let me just show you quickly. If it's much wider, you want to maybe resize it a little bit so that it shows as much smaller. So let's just take this code from GrooveKart and let's bring in a code element over here to the middle of this yellow part of this block. So on here, I want to embed my GrooveKart. That's not GrooveKart, that's GrooveSell. Let's just copy this over. Generate code. Oh yeah, I didn't copy it over. Copy. And then this is now a GrooveKart button. So as you can see now, the embed code is quite wide. So I want to, oops, not this one, but here, I want to manage it, and I will come to the size over here. I clicked on the embed code, I come to the size, and I'm going to manage it so that it's much smaller. Okay, you can also manage it with the pixels so that it's basically as wide as you want it, as you need it to be. Okay, something like that. Now the container over here that I have selected, in the layout you can just manage it left, center, or right aligned, and things like that. So you can play with it what you want to do. But at this moment, first you need to make sure that the code embed is smaller, and then you can manage it to be where you want. You see, it's nice and tidy now. Yeah, that's kind of it. Will GrooveMail be released? When will it be available for premium users like me? I just explained that. GrooveMail is ready to roll out tomorrow, day after. Yes. By the way, new GrooveMember looks awesome. When will it come out approximately? So at this moment, we're adding on the functionality that that was requested, also fixing some bugs. There will be an announcement today about what kind of bugs were fixed in this one, and some, like always, there are some other bugs, some other improvements, but like a major overhaul of GrooveMember is going to be somewhere within a month. This is where we are going to be finally kind of steady with the options we have, like the menus and the infrastructure and the things like that we needed, and then we're going to be changing the UI so that everything is in a builder and not like in a wizard type of way. What happened to Groove Courses? Was announced for today but delayed again some days ago. I don't know what Groove Courses you're talking about, Kai. We didn't have any Groove Courses. Not that I know of. Hi, David. Do we have domain services for Groove sites and memberships? Yes, you have. Not sure what domain services you mean, but you can connect your own custom domain to GroovePages, websites, funnels, GrooveSell checkouts. You can connect it to GrooveBlog. You can connect it to GrooveMember for portals and memberships already. So yeah, that's working. There's my main issue I'm having is my images don't stay saved in GrooveBlog. When I add an image from, let's say, Amazon affiliate link, it doesn't save all the photos at all. Isaiah, please record a short Loom video about that. I haven't seen an issue with not saving the photos. Please provide some kind of video or something like that to our support team so they can have a look into it, and then we can get that fixed for you. What type of camera what type of camera for these sessions of Q&A you are using? I will show you here. I use Logitech Brio. Okay. Logitech Brio. It's not the cheapest camera, it's not the most expensive camera, but I wanted to have a webcam that I can just put in on my desktop, basically on my display, and just like turn it on whenever I turn on my computer. So it's kind of expensive. You don't really need that expensive. It's kind of a 4K camera, which I never use the 4K capabilities, but it's nice, it's pretty, it has autofocus and all sorts of different stuff that I don't really use. It has a kind of okay microphone, but it's just like it cannot compare to a microphone that it just records audio and nothing else. Such a simple question, but this is driving me nuts. In GroovePages, I can seem to get all my blocks margins to be aligned. Any ideas? Can't seem to get all my blocks margins to be aligned. I don't really understand what do you mean by blocks margins to be aligned. If you could, I would appreciate if you record a short video. That would help me understand the issue. Just reach out to support. They could also assist you on that one there. Can you tell me some approximate date for planned updates? Not really. We don't have kind of a, at this moment, I believe you're talking about the builder, like the GrooveMember, kind of everything to be in the builder. As I said, it's just in a couple of weeks. There is no really a date. We want to put in as much functionality that we have planned out for now as possible, so that we can just go out there and then make the UI better. We want to do certain fixes, add on more elements, like different list elements and tabs and things like that that we are still missing from there. We will have a Groove Mail element that is coming. We will have a GrooveVideo element that is coming. So all of that will need to get added to GrooveMember prior to what we go and create the new UI for it. Let me see where I stopped. Not been able to successfully embed a video inside GroovePages, a Facebook video inside GroovePage. I can see the video when I'm using a device logged into my Facebook, but for other devices, the video is unavailable. Would have been great to use for retargeting retargeting Facebook video views inside your page. I don't think this is something that is related to Groove. I believe it's just a limit of somebody that doesn't have a Facebook video. I believe it's just a Facebook limit. Not sure. I haven't seen a Facebook video embedded yet, and how it acts on an external page where the actual video is not. An external user is not a Facebook user. But let's just have a look. Where would I go? Let's just find something. Happy video. I don't know. I'll just want to find a public video that we can just have. There's nothing better in this world than a happy dog. Let's just see if we can get an embed code for that. Where's the dog video? Anyway, the world's fastest guitar player. Let's click share. Embed. Oops, I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, so there we go. The video may not exist. It is still here. Let's just see. So if I embed it on my okay, there's something wrong. Let's see this one. If I embed it, okay, let's copy this code, embed it on here, save. Yeah, we should see the video. Okay, let's just save and we'll publish it out. And I'm going to just check in the in an incognito window so that we see if it works out or not. I haven't really tested this one before. I think it's because the people need to be logged into Facebook in order to view it. But this, I'm 100% sure this is not something to do with Groove. It's basically the video and embed functionality. Okay, there's some error on here. Let's just see. Oh yeah, I actually closed this domain. So let's just use this domain. Facebook video test. I disconnected that domain for the training I recorded on how to connect your custom domain to GrooveMember. So I had to delete the domain, the custom domains from GroovePages. So that's why it was giving the error. Let's have a look now. Okay, perfect. That's all we need. Let's just refresh. It takes a couple of seconds until it's up. Come on. Okay, not sure what's happening with this one. I was just doing testing of the deployment earlier and it was working normally, so could be that it's just I need to log out. Not sure, but anyway, we can test this later on. Earlier we tested the headers. This works because I'm logged in as a Facebook user, so I'm on Facebook. But if I wouldn't be, I don't know how it would display. So let's just see if we can get. I'm going to do this one check one more time, and if it doesn't work out, then we'll just go on with the questions. Could be that it just needs some time, but usually it works quite fast. Let's reload a couple more times and see. If not, then we'll see, and we'll come back to this one again later on. Anyway, so I just want to check how it looks like if I test it from an incognito window. So should I be able to watch the video or not? But I'm pretty confident, Greggy, that it's nothing to do with GroovePages. It's just Facebook's functionalities. Okay, Vea has a question. So for freebies, will I see the email on my list or just receive an email someone purchased a freebie? Will I see the emails on my list? Well, you would need to add them to your list. So if you need to do that with automation. So you go to GrooveMail, you set up an automation that if somebody purchases your product, which is your freebie, then add them to this XYZ list. So you need to do that manually. It is not going to be automatically adding those people that purchase to your list. So you need to do that on your side. Okay, make sure the checkout embed are relative to the page instead of pixels so they don't overflow when you bring elements into column. I don't know if this is a question for me or somebody else. Oh, it's for me. Can you make sure the checkout embed are relative to the page instead of you could do that. You just click on the embed, make relative to the page, and that's basically make relative to the parent. That's even smarter because the parent is the actual container. So if the container gets resized on a mobile screens, for example, then the actual embed element would also resize there. Is there an existing option for print-on-demand books in GrooveKart? No, print-on-demand books are going to be added on. I believe the service called Lulu, lulu.com. I believe this is planned. Yeah, publish, print, prosper. I believe this is going to the Groove ecosystem that's on our integrations list, but at this moment the Lulu is still not still not added on, but it is going to get added on. Also for GrooveSell, so that you can sell books as a funnel, and also in GrooveKart so that you can fulfill products for when somebody purchases from your store, you can just fulfill the products through Lulu. Can you make sure? Okay, so I believe I answered that one. If I embed a vid from Facebook, I believe that's basically what Greggy mentioned earlier. I seem to have categories saved by other users under the wireframe block support said there was nothing that could be done. I see that there are some additional ones that I added. Is this happening for everyone? Yeah, so this is something that we are working on, and we will have the system for admins or certain admins to actually manage the different categories. Sometimes This is coming with a new user roles system. Basically, we will have a user role that is a designer role and a super admin role that can manage these. At this moment, a lot of our partners, like for example, the Groove Brazil team, I'm not saying it's them, it could be me, I did a mistake, but a lot of us with an admin account can add on extra blocks, but at this moment there is no way for deleting those blocks. So that is going to be managed with a new system that we are adding on for managing those categories. So yes, this is being worked on. One of the steps in GrooveMember asks for the sales page. Do I construct the sales page in GroovePage? Yes, or whatever actually you want to do. How do I transfer the sales page to Groove? You don't. Yeah, so the sales page is not for, basically the sales page is just to put in as a link or where a person can purchase access to your membership. So it's not transferring over the sales page to GrooveMember. That's not what it's meant for. Let's just say that you are selling a course on how to ride a bike, for example. You have created a course, you put in your videos and the articles and everything inside GrooveMember. Now you need a way to sell that, and this is done most probably through a website or a landing page or a funnel or something like that that you create in GroovePages. What is the page? What is the sales page that people go to so that they can access the memberships? That's basically the sales page you need to type in there. Howtorideabike.com, for example, you type in there, but it's not transferring the actual sales page to GrooveMember. Hey David, can you please show us how to use the section funnel in GroovePages, please? The funnels section is just an extra option for you right now to categorize your funnels away from your website pages. Okay, so let's just say you have homepage, contact us, about us page, all sorts of different things for your own brand. You are creating a website, for example, an agency, and you want to have a nice brand website online. So then you create all these pages in the pages section. But you are selling also services, web design, logo design. All of these can be a separate funnel. So then you go into GroovePages, you have your pages for contact, homepage, about us, etc. in the pages section, but in the funnels, you put there the pages where you are actually selling something, selling the website design, selling the logo design. So it's kind of a separate categories where you can put in your sales pages away from your website brand pages. So that's what it actually is used for. Please give us an update on GrooveMail. I did that last time. I did a sneak peek of GrooveMail. So in case you haven't seen that one, check the LemonAid number 24, Tuesday 27th of April. I did a sneak peek of what the new GrooveMail is going to look like, and basically some information on how we are rolling it out and etc. But it's beautiful. It's going to look beautiful once it rolls out immediately from tomorrow. The new UI is not in there yet, but by the time everybody gets it, and we are going to have a state of the Groovion, basically an update on all our apps and the company and things like that. We are going to be having the new UI already there. Is it possible to use webhooks, Zapier, and Integrately to connect payment gateway to GrooveSell? No, you cannot use external payment gateways in GrooveSell. GrooveSell has its own integrated payment gateways, and it's not possible to add webhooks to bring in a payment processor into GrooveSell. You can handle the fulfillment of products through webhooks, but everything payment related needs to be built into GrooveSell. Okay, yeah, congrats. Wow, so happy for you. Thank you very much. Exciting to hear all about the new lemon drop. Yeah, little lemon is coming. Absolutely, yes. For GrooveSell, Groove Affiliate, the bulk processing did not create an export file for PayPal for distribution. Can you review how to pay all affiliates instead of one at a time? If you didn't create an export, then reach out to support. There's not much that I could do about that. There is no way to pay out affiliates in bulk if you don't have that bulk processing like file from our system. So reach out to support. They would be able to assist you on this. Congratulations, Professor Lemon. Thank you very much. Please give us an update on GrooveMail. I actually explained that multiple times. When to expect full functionality. Full functionality of our apps is far in the future. Basically, functionality so that you can use it for your marketing is coming out basically from tomorrow. As I said, it's going to be slowly rolling out to people. First paid members, then later on free members. Follow about navbar. I did that, but when I save the changes disappear. That's strange. Let me see if I actually click on the link again. Let me log out and see what the issue is. We have a new screenshot system. Not sure if you saw it, but with this new update, whenever you go into GroovePages, let me just show you in here, and you actually load in this screen or maybe this screen. So all of these screenshots are showing up much faster now because of our new screenshot system. We are still missing a couple over here, but let me see if I can reproduce that. If I log out, log back in, we had an issue with saving screenshots for a lot of different stuff. Yeah, here we go. So you see these pink ones. When something is being loaded, then you'll see this pink one for a second, and then it's going to show the actual screenshot of the page. Sometimes it takes a bit until it actually starts showing, but it actually does a pretty good job right now. Before it was either showing, either not showing. At this moment now it is pretty good. Some of these pages that I created, they don't have any content on there, so this is why it just shows this pink option on here. So yeah, that's pretty exciting as well. It's not something that you will be happy about, but our system and infrastructure needed that change a lot. So oh yeah, I was checking the actual Groove page over here. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to share my screen to show what I'm doing. I want to see the progress about this published page and about the hovers. So my hovers are still here. And let me see if I publish the website one more time, if it actually goes out. Because now if I do it, it doesn't show. So we'll try and publishing it one more time, and if not, then I'm going to unpublish it and then publish it one more time just to see if that fixes it. But I don't know who asked about the hover. Javier, yeah, Javier, you asked about the hover effect on here. It actually works on my end. So let's just see. Yeah, we'll need to look into the publishing. Maybe this because I messed up my site with the previous publishing. I had a custom domain connected, which I deleted from the system, and then I published it out on that one. Then it gave me an error message and all sorts of stuff. But I don't think it should be happening for you guys. I'm not sure. Let's save this. Testing, create block. Okay, I'm going to go to a different site just to see, because now I'm actually confused. And I'm going to pull this block in. I'm going to publish this out. There we go. Publish it out on Lily. Not sure what's the case with this one. This is something we'll need to look into. But yeah, we'll need to double check. Okay, awesome. No extra elements and confusion when we hit enter. Nice paragraph versus line break. Yep. I'm just chatting with or I just want to write to our devs so that they know that publishing is either laggy or it's not working properly. Okay, is there a way to make a block or element like a menu bar or a block at the bottom of the page expand, be copied to the whole page on a website built on GroovePages? Now I need to keep changing any such block. Oh yeah, you're talking about global blocks. At this moment we don't have global blocks. The global block functionality has been on the to-do list for some time, but now that I'm more involved in GroovePages, we are prioritizing it, and it's going to get done within the next couple of weeks. We want it for our own websites as well, so it's going to get done. Where I find video on SEO optimization with Groove, there are a couple of videos that users created. There's one that I created as well, so just type in SEO Groove funnels or GroovePages into YouTube search bar or somewhere. You'll find information on that. In GrooveKart, if a one-click upsell pushes cart price over the free shipping threshold, will the shipping be recalculated and deducted from the order? Cart price over the free shipping threshold. Will the shipping be recalculated and deducted? To be honest, I haven't tested this one out yet, and I wouldn't be able to say would be recalculated and deducted from the order. Tyrone, all of your questions are very, very good and on point, and I think they are very, very useful to know. But at this moment, I wouldn't be able to tell you what the logic behind it is. Currently, I don't think it is recalculated. If you set up a free shipping threshold, I believe it is going to add on basically the shipping cost. I don't know how much though. So definitely something to test out. Just play with it, see a test purchase, and then see how it works. I wouldn't be able to answer this question right now. Hi David, when I use GrooveVideo, the quality isn't good. What did I do wrong? I don't know. Internet connection could be one of the things. The size of the video. If you actually have a look, some of our videos, for example, Groove Digital /presents, we have a video on there from Groove, not here, a replay page, replay. So we have a video on here. Once it loads, you click the actual play button. It starts loading, and the actual quality immediately is pretty good. And this is a pretty large video. It's a 3-hour video on here. So it depends a lot on the quality of the video, the size of the video, the internet quality from where you're actually watching it. If you compressed it with something, I don't really know what could be the issue, but as you can see on our end, in this video presentation, the quality is super good. I haven't seen any kind of issues on my videos as well. So could be something with the video quality, with your internet connection or something like that. But definitely just test out multiple different videos, multiple different ways of connecting to the internet. For example, sometimes your mobile internet is faster than the Wi-Fi at some points, so definitely worth a test. Let's see. How to create an affiliate website for MLM recruiting tools. What kind of group tools can be used for this purpose? Affiliate website for MLM recruiting tools. So you would probably need a website. You will probably need kind of an email platform, which GrooveMail is getting re-released, so that you can communicate with your signups. Um, I don't really know if you plan to sell directly something like these. MLMs usually have something that they need to purchase in order to be able to promote onwards. You can set that up through GrooveSell, so you can set up these packages and different options through GrooveSell so that they can be purchased with a credit card. You can do upsells, downsells for those as well. So it's like with any other platform, really. You need a website, you need some sales tools, you need a communication tool. Groove has all of that. So I don't really know what your plan is and what the scope of your funnel or kind of a pipeline is, but Groove tools are created for online sales that will help you. Thanks, David, for your previous answer. Here's another problem with mobile display. I have image, text, and then text, image, and then image, text again. On mobile, two images are appearing on top. Yeah, this would be probably something that you do with. We will have that system when we change our builder to a flexbox, which is nothing that you need to be considered about. Basically, it's the way the browsers read our websites. But for now, you can head over and see inverse Groove pages. Okay. In case you type in inverse Groove pages, you'll see a video here from Jeff. He's a Groovester. He created a video on how to inverse the columns in mobile view, basically how to put the image, text, image to show up nicely on the mobile phone. It's or on the smaller devices. It's a code that you copy over, and he explains it exactly in the video. So it's a very step-by-step system that you can follow. So try this one. Donna. This will help you manage the different options on how to show. This is at this moment with custom code. We're going to have an inbuilt feature where you will click a switch button, and then it will just automatically like switch over the columns on a screens where it stacks up on top of each other. Okay, perfect. So the devs are checking the publishing situation. Let's see. How to create an affiliate website? I believe I answered that one. What about payment gateways option for in GrooveKart, and also other countries are not added in international settings there? Please answer when it will be resolved. I don't have an idea of when it will be resolved. It's like these when questions are very hard to answer in a software company because there are a lot of different priorities. This may be a priority for you, but there are other priorities that we actually have, for example, infrastructure things and such. At this moment, I don't have an ETA about that, but definitely something that that can be improved. So head over to our feedback portal and request the changes that you want, and also upvote the changes that you want, so that we can get that done faster. Why is it that that it continues to happen where a configured button that was working fine a day later, you click on the button, it doesn't do anything. You go into Groove and click on that button and it's no longer configured. It's happened 100 times. It's affected sales and has made a waste of hours. There are fix for this. I don't really have an answer for you. It's probably something it doesn't happen for me though. It probably happens on certain cases where you're changing your site. We are going to add on a functionality to publish single pages. So when you are, for example, editing your site, you're going to be and you just want to publish one page that you edited, not the complete site, like the rest of the site to be online as it is, as you published it last time, and you just want to publish a single page that you just created that's going to be available within the next week. At this moment, I don't have an idea why reconfiguring needs to be done. um, it's just probably something that we'll need to look into a bit more. So yeah, feel free to reach out to support in case you need assistance, but at this moment I don't have an answer for you. um, when setting up our affiliate info to get paid, do we need a SWIFT and IBAN code if we're here in the US? You give the information that you have, Kimberly. At this moment, if you're in America, you'll not probably have an IBAN information. IBANs are mostly for European countries, and basically the bank number to a European bank. So the information you have, you need to put in there. The information you don't have, you don't put in there. Hi, David. How can we manage mobile views to show picture text? I believe I answered that one with a video. So head over to the video that I mentioned earlier from Jeff, the inverse groove pages. Um, okay. When I try to make a funnel in Groove Pages in other languages, difficult to use label name, email, and phone on the forms, and I cannot connect the thanks page. I do every step but not work. Uh, I don't really know what this means. In pages in other languages, difficult to use label name, email, and phone on forms, and I cannot. I don't really know what the issue is. So, and please, um, if you could reach out to our support team, just record your screen on what you're doing. There are tools like loom.com that you could use, loom.com. Record your screen quickly and then share that video with our support team so they can have a look into it. As of today, the link showing there is missing the slash at the end. The link showing, okay. Oh, okay, that could be the issue. I haven't seen this one. Yeah, yeah, correct. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's it. Okay, that is something that we'll need to look into. Not sure why that happened. Definitely something that we'll need to explore with a team. Let's just see this. It is actually showing the video even though I'm watching an incognito window. So I don't know. Greggy asked about the Facebook video not playing. Um, not sure why it doesn't happen on your end. As you can see, I just published it out and it works on here. Uh, I'm just messaging the devs to see into the actual hashtag missing, just to see what happened there and why it is gone. Perfect. Okay, so just so that they are in the loop and they can look into it much faster than just at the end of this live stream. Okay, this happened yesterday or today, and probably today because we had a deployment today. Hopefully you're doing great. Any Groove mail updates? Yeah, I just did a couple today, so this would be useful in case you rewatch this video. I just tuned in to see parts of the new builder went live. I'm so excited. Was this covered earlier in this broadcast? Lots of improvement. Only big problems I have is that my links and buttons stopped working. Also, image still lose they're all tags and other properties when pages are duplicated. Is this fix? No, there is no fix for that, for losing alt tags. Thanks so much thanks so much and good night. We don't have that in the list of fixes that were deployed. So at this moment, we'll need to look into this one. But we are doing on a cloning and copying of elements issue. There are certain things that the style gets broken and things like that don't get copied over nicely, so we'll need to look into this one. But links and buttons stopping working, that's pretty big issue, probably something that Rob was talking about as well. We'll need to look into it on our side. At this moment, this deployment just went live before I started the live stream, so we'll need to see if this has caused that. I'm buying platinum, but for to be honest, it's very hard to use GroovePages if compared to Elementor and Thrive themes. We need more intuitive platform, makes structural changes on templates is hard. It's just getting used to. Elementor and Thrive themes are more advanced platforms because they are older and more dev time went into them. GroovePages is still a young startup at this moment. They cannot really be compared. We're getting there. So definitely, if you have any feedback to provide, or any feature requests, or anything that you find that you would like to see easier, please report it on the feedback portal. That's why it's there. We are improving constantly all our platforms, and we want to be the best. And if you stay with us, definitely you're going to see big changes. Could you do an example for this, Vayak, for freebies? Will I see the emails on my list, or just receive an email someone purchases a freebie? Sure. So the question was, somebody has signed up for a freebie through a GrooveSell form, okay, GrooveSell checkout form. You would need to go into GrooveMail and create an automation. Automation will say, if somebody purchased a product, then add them to my list. Okay, so you come to GrooveMail, automations, new automation, and you'll say add to list or something like that. And you say over here, if somebody purchased a product, then you choose your product. Let's just say, I don't know, LemonAid book. You choose the product, you choose the price point, then add these people to a list, subscribe to a list, and then you actually have your list that you created within GrooveMail. So you need to either first create a list in GrooveMail, or you choose some of these options that you will have already available, and then you just click add and save. Now basically everybody that purchased this LemonAid book will get added to a list, hot leads for healthy eating trends. It's that simple. So Veya wanted to see, I believe, if the leads get added automatically on the list, but they're actually not. Thanks, David, and congrats on your upcoming family edition. My pleasure. Hi, David. I have a membership with 3 access levels: free, FE1, front end 1, and upgrade 1. If I refund one of the products, is it removing the corresponding access levels in the membership? Refunds are not connected to GrooveMember. So refunds in GrooveSell are basically doing things in GrooveSell. The system, you will need to manage that manually. For now, we don't have automation that has the refund as a trigger. Later on, with the new additions to Groove automations, or the GrooveMail automations, we'll have more triggers. If somebody did a refund, if somebody did that, then remove or disable access to this access level, or bump them down to another access level. That is getting added with once the UI for the GrooveMail is out. Once the GrooveMail is out, then we are going to be adding the automations, automations and triggers and integrations like Zapier and things like that into our system. But for now, it's more manual. The new screenshots are slightly positioned to the right. They are no longer centered. Notice that today. Let me have a look. I haven't seen that one. We can check together. Let's see. So the screenshots. Oh yeah, I see it. Eagle eye, Chris Fox. Definitely, I see there is a, like, if we have a look over here, the headline is kind of over here in this scenario. The headline is supposed to be here somewhere. This is the center, and it's kind of slightly to the right. Very good to know. Definitely over here as well. It's very clear. This is the middle of the page. Basically, this is the middle of the screen here, but it should be somewhere around here. So we'll get that fixed. I noticed today that when you publish, the whole site goes for until our pages are. Chris, that could be probably because of the thing that Kevin mentioned, that the slash at the end. So have a look at that. Could be because of that. It looks like the folder is deleted before the files are rebuilt. Not quite sure about that. Probably just a missing forward slash at the end. Why I cannot modify the size, color, change a picture? I updated Chrome before I was able to change fonts, but I don't have that option anymore. Cannot modify. Oh, you probably don't know that you need to click the actual button now. So when you go into the builder and you want to change something, the actual, let's add a block over here. If you want to modify something in the style editor, you need to click the pencil icon. Okay, this. So you click on something and you click the pencil icon, then the actual style editor or the sidebar will show up. It's not gone, it's there, it's just a different flow. I don't like this flow, and we will be changing that. So I like the flow that when you click on it, it opens up immediately so that you know how to, like, that you can modify it. And only on the click on the pencil icon, which I want to change to a hand icon, the drag handles will show up. So this is something that we are going to be adding. We fixed the drag handles for resizing, so it's a better now. We disabled the horizontal option on here because people were using it to add on extra side scroll to their pages. So we disabled the side option on here. So in case you want to move it around, you'll need to do it through the layout options. So container, and make sure that it's centered. We removed the ability to move the drag handles left or right until we add on the actual fix of the container. So you cannot move it beyond left or right beyond the container. That was causing a lot of stress on the support, so we had to just disable it for now. We're going to be making it more advanced, more better. Do you know if there is a time frame to fix coupon bug in GrooveSell? When you create a coupon for a specific dollar amount and use the coupon, it does not reflect the dollar amount when applied. I don't think that I've seen this issue. Let's just test it together. So let me just when you create a coupon for a specific dollar amount and you use that coupon, it does not reflect that dollar amount when applied. I don't think that this is happening anymore. Could be that it was happening before, but I tested the coupon system in GrooveSell a couple of days ago, and it was working beautifully. So let's just see. Okay, so I have, let's just use a different product, manage product, and I'm going to use this LemonAid book. And I'm going to add, okay, I have the book on a price 99 one-time fee. Okay, so if it's $99, we're going to create a coupon, which is here. We're going to create a coupon for $89 so that the actual book is 89 off. So that the book is basically amount $89. A funnel, LemonAid book, this one. Okay, I don't want any expiration. There we go. So now we have the 89 off, and this is the coupon code. So I can go into the checkout links and find the checkout link where I visit this. And this is $99 now. If I apply a coupon, actually shows 10. Okay, so this is the issue where it actually it doesn't exactly discount it. Okay, I'll double check this one. This was reported a couple of times by me also. So I'll need to double check about that. Just 1 second. I just had to lock the door because my son is coming up. But I'm just going to paste this here. Perfect. So we'll double check for this issue. It should be directly $10, but not sure why it's not showing up that way. So yeah, we'll need to double check. Let's see where we stopped. If I have a funnel with a freebie like a book, then upsell to a one-time purchase product like a digital product, and then upsell to a monthly membership service. I want to charge people only for the monthly membership and not anymore for the first upsell product they purchase. Is there a way to waive the price of the first product upsell and only charge people for the last one? There isn't a way to like cancel out, because the actual one-click payments or the actual upsells are yeah, like you're getting them all collected at the same time, but there are actually charges that would need to be managed. At this moment, we don't have a system to manage that. You can definitely request features to be able to manage that more easily for a monthly membership, but there isn't a way for doing that right now. I was just thinking about automations. We don't have automations for that one as well, because there is no way to like make a payment then actually refund immediately within the actual funnel process. So that's something that will need to get added on. Is there a timeline for when you add local payments like a deal to Netherlands into GroovePay or via Stripe integration? I requested that with the GroovePay team. They said that they will be looking into it. There is no time frame at this moment, but they said that they will be turning that on as a functionality, because we have it. We just need to put in the different infrastructure in place so that the actual form fields show up when you turn it on. The ideal payments will have different form fields that need to show up on there. Other types of payments will have a different form field, so that form fields need to be managed. I'm confident that they are already started working on that one for GroovePay, but at this moment I don't have an idea on that. Is Groove doing anything on blockchain based? Not at this moment. We will have options as a payment for with cryptocurrency, but that's just not at this moment. Then there is another, basically the same question for Facebook as well. At this moment, not right now. Thanks so much for your answers today. You're a jewel of our Groove stars. Congrats on the new baby. Thank you very much. Thanks for the answer. I plan to create a website that sells like this URL. Okay, I cannot see if you posted a URL or not. Hey David, I'm having all kinds of trouble with checkout, first issue with GroovePay, and now they're saying it's my funnel process. Can you take a look in this short video? Yes, but not right now. We're going to be coming to the end of this live stream. I'll have a look after we are done. Is Groove doing anything? Okay, I answered that one. Thanks. I hope I can make it run. Nice to retarget using your own page, especially with iOS 14. Yeah. Was the pop-ups fixed? The pop-ups received a couple of fixes, but we didn't deploy that one yet. We will be doing that the next week. How to make the website that will use affiliate IDs, so every of my downline will use the same website with different affiliate ID. I don't understand this. How to make a website that will use affiliate ID, so every of my downline will use the same website with the different affiliate ID. I don't understand this question. Yeah, this was asked 2 times. I don't really know what I should answer on this one. There is no way to have one website and then what kind of affiliate IDs would you like? What kind of different affiliate IDs? I'm not quite sure I understand this question. you can ask it in the Facebook community. Just give a bit more detail on what you're actually trying to do and how, so that others can chime in as well. How can I set to obtain 10% every time I refer to another business? Friend has a cleaning business and he is willing to give me 10% of each referral I get him. How can I set this up in Groove? That's coming, and let me show you here. This is going to be an extra product that we have. Let me just show you in the product funnels. We're going to be doing, as a product, you're going to have lead capture. Okay, so you're going to be able to capture leads and send it on to somebody as a product. So you'll be able to see how many people are coming in, and basically the leads will be the actual product and not a physical product or a digital product like what you're selling. So that's coming soon. At this moment, I don't have an ETA. I would just say in a month or 2 months time, we'll be able to do like sales of leads. For now, it's more complex with some third-party systems, I believe, because you could maybe collect leads on a Google Sheet, for example. You create a GrooveSell checkout where you connect it through webhooks to Google Sheet, and then each month you basically sell those leads to your who that was, to your friend, yeah, to your friend's cleaning business. So you basically set up, every lead will cost $5, and then you give him an actual Excel sheet, or you automate that so that basically the each lead that you send, that signed up through your site, will be costing XYZ amount of money. I don't really know. It's kind of a workaround for now, but we'll be having a system to manage that within GrooveSell. Not sure if you answered this already. Where do you make the sales page for GrooveMember? If this is done in GroovePages, how do I answer this, Ivor? You don't do it in GrooveMember, you do it in GrooveSell. You publish it out and you just take the link and you paste it in GrooveMember where it's asking you there. How can I send a thank you email for my subscribers? You can just create it with an integration right now, or within the next couple of days, when you get access to the Groove mail system, you'll be able to create sequences. If somebody purchases a product from you, then send out an email that you'll be able to automate using sequences. So in case you're still waiting for Groove mail to come out, make sure you create those sequences on your account, and then you can just turn it on very simply when you get access, and then you can start sending this. Does GrooveVideo serve Webm format? Not at this moment. It's not serving Webm format. I believe it's MP4. Have you had this issue where when you click out on mobile, it's not letting me create spaces between words? It keeps moving the cursor to the left. Very weird. When you check out on a mobile, check out, like you pay something on a mobile, it's not letting me create space between words. It keeps moving. Rob, record this please in a short video. Like on most of the mobile phones, there is a screen recording option, where basically you just record the screen of your phone, and then you can send it to our support so they can look into it, because that's weird. Yeah, as you say, I haven't seen issues with a checkout form. Could be that it's like iOS and Apple related, because they have all sorts of different systems that don't really work on a lot of platforms. Like, for example, they don't have WebP format images for their browsers, and they give a lot of headache to users. Could be related to that. Try on a different browser as well in your mobile phones, just to see if that would be making any difference. I think when you added 89 coupon, it made the number that number the discount. Could be, not sure. Definitely worth testing more, but it's not the correct way of having this system, so we'll need to double check it anyway. Are there plans to have drop-downs inside Groove apps to be sorted alphabetically? It's often difficult to find the right page domain on a product when you show as in drop-downs. Are there plans to have drop-downs inside Groove apps to sort alphabetic? You mean GroovePages? Difficult to find the right page domain on product when shown as now in drop-downs. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like in GrooveSell? It's often difficult to find the right page domain or product when you show as now in drop-downs. Not quite sure, Chris, what you're referring to. I don't really know what to answer on this one because I don't fully understand the questions. Do we have plans to make drop downs? Drop downs for what? What would go into a drop down? Like a sorting option? Like we do have some filtering options for pages already. We don't do that for our products in product funnels, but in case you have a lot, then I can see that it could be a headache. But in GroovePages, for example, you mentioned pages. We do have a filtering option for pages. You click on this one and then you can sort by different options. We do have an error that is already reported. We're working on that one, but you can sort it by different pages, by creation dates and things like that. Could be that you mean like the names to have it, yeah, alphabetically. So just to add here, sort by name. That could be an option. Could be that that's what you're asking for. So we'll need to look into it. I don't fully understand if this is the actual question that you're asking. If it is, then okay. Whenever we are in GrooveSell or GroovePages and we have a drop down, all of the items are shown randomly. Well, they're shown in GrooveSell. They're shown by a way you created the products on the product funnel. So that's not random. It's just basically how you created them. For example, when you are in GrooveSell, there are a lot of drop downs indeed. So yeah, filtering system would probably be good. We have that added in GrooveMember, in GrooveVideo as well. We are improving that one. Also, GrooveSell is getting a UI change. I haven't seen that one yet, but we will have a system. Let me just show you. We are planning to do something like what our marketplace is. We're going to be offering you the option to see it in lists or in cards with certain actions and certain buttons available. So we will have your products in GrooveSell also shown this way as what we have for every other app. Like GroovePages shows blocks of pages, and we'll also have this list of pages. And GrooveMail is also going to be able to show you different versions of the sorting options. GrooveMember already shows you lists, but we also want to be able to switch to different views. GrooveBlog also, it just shows you cards. We also want to be able to see a different way. GrooveKart just shows you the different cards for the store. So that's also something that we will be adding on. PayPal is saying that if you have a recurring payments, they force you to create PayPal account even when using a CC. Is that your understanding, or do you know is if there is a way that the customer shouldn't create a PayPal account with recurring payments? PayPal is going more and more to the marketing side of things, where they actually require more and more people to register on their services. I know because when I created my own business PayPal account, I was just like, click here, and you can start selling. Now they require you to jump over hoops to scan all kinds of documentation and to do all sorts of different things. So PayPal is kind of changing the way they're working. It's not a one system that works for all, but Could be that they require now accounts to be done. It's something that would need to be checked with PayPal. It's not something that we are working with. We have an API with PayPal. Whatever they require, we kind of work with that. So double check, Rob, with PayPal, and if these are the requirements for them. If they say yes, then you will know. If they say no, then we'll need to probably look into something on why that is happening. But I'm confident that this is not something that we force from our side, because why would we force users to create a PayPal account? So I'm confident that this is something that you can double check with PayPal support. Where I can see the embed video from GrooveVideo before I was able, is there a change I didn't notice? Not that I know of. Let's double check. If we go into GrooveVideo, get video, copy this over, and I have code embed. We'll be getting rid of this of this loading as well. It's very annoying. Paste this in. The video loads in. Let's just preview. Oops, not this one, but the preview. Still loading. Here we go. It shows the video. Not sure what the issue is, but I've heard that this happens on certain accounts. Not quite sure what causes it, but at this moment, as you can see, in here it doesn't load, but when I preview it, it actually loads. So we'll look into this one. I have it already on the to-do list, but I haven't seen the video disappearing or not showing up myself. I haven't experienced that issue yet. Continue. When I preview my page, so not sure, Edsel. I see you asked it one more time, this question one more time. I don't really know what causes that. We'll need to look into it. When will email actually be available to legacy members? Wasn't it supposed to be May 1st? I will explain that one more time. I explained it a couple of times during the last videos, but we are going to be rolling out Groove Mail access to our paid users first. So everybody that is upgraded and that is watching, we're going to be adding in 1,000 users a day, then another 1,000, then another 1,000, then maybe 2,000, then slowly loading in more and more users into our system, because everybody getting access at once to GrooveMail is not going to be good for our IPs. All sorts of emails are being sent out immediately, and we just don't want to overwhelm our system. Our IPs, our servers need to be slowly warmed up, and that is going to happen by us getting access to small amount of people regularly, day by day, increasing the number of people. But yeah, we're starting from the May 1st, which is tomorrow. Whenever we are in GrooveSell and GroovePages and we have a drop down, all of the items are shown randomly. GroovePages, no, because GroovePages is the last site modified, and GrooveSell, from what I see on my account in GrooveSell, the actual product funnels are shown in a way how you created them. There are no filtering option, but if you created the product funnel 1 and then product funnel 2, and it's showing up in that row. It's not randomized. LemonAid book, and this I can confirm because this is how it's showing up on my end. I know that this is the way I created them, and this is the first one, the second one, third one, and so on, how I created them for different testing purposes. So, and then in GroovePages is the last page that, or last site that you modified. This is how it's showing up. Can I create affiliate links for small business? Yes. For example, if I want to give 10% to a friend for each sale they do, how can I do that? So it's just following the training that I have created on how to create an affiliate program for your own products. So you need to come to a platform where you can watch this video. I suggest YouTube. You type in affiliate, and here you'll be able to see the first video that shows up how to create your own affiliate program using GrooveSell. So watch this video. It's a longer video, 1 hour 28 minutes. It's also filled with timestamps, so you can just see the products, basically the parts of the video that you need. And yeah, it basically goes into to setting everything up, creating a product in GrooveSell, setting up the affiliate system, showing you the promotional links and sample JV affiliate landing pages, and all sorts of things that you need in order to create an affiliate system for your own product. So that's the video I suggest you to watch. Okay, let's just see the next question on here. Rob, yes, I answered this question already. It was all on the beginning of the video, so you can watch the replay. Since you remove the code button in GroovePage, it's difficult to copy paste pages between sites. That's getting fixed. We are adding on a clone to and move to option. Will you restore that or similar functionality? We're adding in similar functionality. Save as template is not really what it should be. Not quick enough. Yep, that we are aware of. We are adding in a move to and clone to functionality to pages, so that you can move pages between funnels, and also not funnels but sites, so that you can put one page that you have on one site to another site that's going to be also available. Okay, here's a long comment that I cannot see the full-on explanation. I believe this was something that somebody asked earlier. So I cannot really see the full-on question, so I will just leave this out and then answer it when I finalize this video. But ladies and gentlemen, this is basically it. I believe I answered everybody's questions so far. I did give my best to do so. As I mentioned, for everybody that is here, I will not be doing a training video Q&A again on Tuesday and Friday. I'm going to take some time off. But there will be Simon and Donna that will be doing the Q&A sessions, and that's going to be on different times than what I was doing it. I don't have the exact times on when that will be, but it's going to continue. So this Q&A will continue, but it's not going to be done by me within the next couple of times, because I just want to take some time off and be with my family while we're expecting the new baby to come. So that's kind of it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you being here and asking questions. In case you have anything else, feel free to jump into the community of our basically our Facebook community, or if you have kind of a support or technically related question, then please ask in our support desk. That would be the best place to go to, in case you have something that you're stuck with and you need kind of assistance. So that's basically it. Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully see you on the next times, whenever that may be. I will be doing announcements in the Facebook group tonight about new additions to our system. So look forward to that. And yeah, have a great and awesome week, ladies and gentlemen. See you until the next time. Bye-bye.